What's up, guys? Dreadnought Ryan here, Island Misfit Toy Collectors. Look, these have been reviewed to death, so I'm not going to go super in-depth with a particular figure review. Just want to kind of give my thoughts on this figure wave, and just, overall, where do I think the line is going, and just we'll kind of go from there. So overall, I think the wave is really good. Copperhead and Shipwreck are probably my two favorites from these individual releases, with Rock and Roll up there as well too. I've already done a review on him, but let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with Bazooka. Again, this is the exact same figure that we did see with the Tiger Force. The only real difference is with the rockets and, of course, the paint scheme. They do come with different paint jobs on a couple of the rockets, so it's kind of cool. The other nice thing is if you do have the scrap iron, you can use his blast effects as well. This is a nice representation of the throwback for Bazooka, the red jersey with the number 14. My particular figure does have a loose upper torso. I'm going to have to boil and pop that and see if I can clean that up. But overall, face, I think, is just absolutely great. One thing I did notice the difference with this particular figure compared to Tiger Force is he has a little bit of a tan. He's a little bit darker in the arms and the face than the Tiger Force, so maybe this is after he was sunning himself in the jungle. So overall, though, I do like the Bazooka figure. The accessories and everything are pretty much the same as what we saw from the Tiger Force, so we're just going to move on quickly to the next. Torpedo, I think, is probably one of the better figures that we've received in a long time, just because of some of the articulation, as well as just some of the accessories that he comes with. So I like the diving watch that he has here. He has some pouches and different stuff like that. I also like the scuba equipment. The only thing that was kind of put off a little bit on was the strap that goes across the head here, but that just stops the mask from sliding down any farther. He does come with a submachine gun, which is kind of a nice inclusion, throwback to the 30th and 50th version. Of course, he does come with his trusty, I don't know what spear gun, but it's just a nice accessory. The backpack is nice too. It does look like it has like an inflatable pack on the back. Of course, the rebreather, all of that good stuff. And of course, his flippers and fins, which are made of softer rubber, are nice so that they can go right over the foot. I do also like the fact that they'll clip over the foot and then also over the back of the heel, so they'll stay on. And then it also has the post for if you have figure stands. So he also does come with included with the knife. Some nice paint apps on that, a diving knife, which is always a good thing. And then, of course, the face detail is really good. I did pick up a couple extra of these because I'm going to pop the necks and the heads off, and I'm going to make some other Joe divers with some other figures that I have extras of, just to add some more divers to the crew. Let's look at Copperhead. This is one that I've really been looking forward to because I want to film a buddy comedy with Copperhead and Crocmaster. But overall, face sculpt is really good on Copperhead. I do like the figure buck. I hope this is what they'll use for part of the dreadnoughts. I do like that upper torso. The legs, everything, it's still a nice throwback. The boots, again, really nice. He does come, of course, with this tattoo on his arms of playing cards. So overall, really good. The only thing that I had the issue with is these armbands. I did have to push them up to hide kind of the swivel for the arm, but it does make it kind of hard for his arms to go down. Weapons-wise, he came with some pretty cool guns. Kind of a Ruger-esque type of pistol. And then, of course, a large caliber revolver with the scope, which does fit on the back with this backpack, and it does have some painted on ammunition, which is kind of a cool feature to have as well too. And then, of course, this machete slash knife that will also go on to copperhead. So overall, I like the addition of the weapons that he comes with, and I think it's just a nice homage to vintage, as well as modernizing a little bit as well too. He does have the pistol, which is a nice throwback right there with the holster here. So that's kind of cool. I like seeing that. And then, of course, with Shipwreck, this does answer the question. He is bald, and he doesn't mind wearing a toque. No, I like the fact that you do have the changeable hair, so that you can pick a Shipwreck version that you like. Personally, I thought I would really like the unhat, the hair without the hat, I should say. It's usually, real words, Ryan. But I find that I leave this on Shipwreck more. I do like the shirt. I do like how it's opened up. Of course, they have the chest hair painted on. I like the tampos on his shoulders. That just show up really well. I just really like these. And then, of course, he does have tattoos as well. Now, I know the 25th, there was a couple different versions that had different tattoos. And then, they were to show up. Just variants of those. So I think it's cool that they've included those. He does have a belt holster. He does come with a pistol as well too. This is just a pistol. I think this was actually one that Snake Eyes had come with. So it has, the end for a silencer if you want, or you have extras. Overall, though, he does have that flashback to the percussion musket, which I think is really cool. I do like the silver paint apps on it. Does have the rope around the bottom of it. He also does come with the rolled up rope with the hooks on it, which is a nice thing. That goes, of course, over his shoulder. And why that's important is you'll also notice, it does have that little hole right there. And he does have that same hole right there in his wrist. And that's because of Polly. With Spirit, we did get a bird with articulated wings. I guess with Polly, it's just a little bit more difficult. But Polly does come with a peg leg. And why that's important is you actually use that peg leg to insert into those holes. So either on his wrist or on the rope itself, so that you can then put Polly on Shipwreck. So, still amazes me how much detail they did get on the bird, though. It is funny, though, that a military-based line does depend so much on pets. But we do see that with G.I. Joe. Again, you get the grappling hook as well, too. I am hoping that our good friends over either at Gridiron Studios or one of the other amazing third-party vendors do give us some wired rope or something for Shipwreck. I think that would be a nice inclusion for him as well, too. So, hey, real quick review for these particular figures, the things I liked about them. Overall, I do like the fact that we're seeing tattoos on our figures. I think that this wave is probably the most tattoos that I've seen on action figures since the WWE Mattel Elites. But overall, I think it's really a good wave. I do also like the Easter eggs that you'll see on the particular figure boxes. I wish probably the only thing, that I'll be critical about is I would really love to see those QR codes be tied somehow to file cards through a website. With it being 2023, it would be cool if we could, collect file cards in our preferred language for each of our figures and then store them on an app or something. Get on that, Hasbro, please. But overall, again, home run wave. I'm really happy with the classified G.I. Joes. I hope everybody else is as well, too. There have been some small QC issues. Again, like I said, I'm going to pop Gung-Ho off and fix that. That shouldn't be too bad of a fix. But overall, really solid wave. In the next video, I will review Scrap Iron. And then hopefully soon I'll get Snow Job and our female Cobra Troopers. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. And yo, Joe.